starting to see some uncertainty in the NBA as well. So, at least these concerns seem to be involved with like real life things, not so much the money.
Yes, there was a conference call between, I want to say it was about 20 something NBA players and player reps for the Players Association. And Kyrie's name came up after this phone call because he apparently made some points regarding him being injured, and if he wanted to go down and support the team, would his shoulder injury, since he is sidelined, would he be added to the Nets 35 roster total that there would be or something? And then he also brought up concerns about the social justice issues that are going on and just players' concerns in general of what if they didn't want to necessarily take the risk of going down to Orlando right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kyrie has every right to speak. I don't necessarily believe that he will make his salary if he skips out on going down to Orlando, but like I'm not going to kill him if he wants to skip for both health and Black Lives Matter reasons. Like those are two legitimate reasons, and like if anyone wants to skip for either of those, that's great. He's not saying they're not paying him his money. He's simply saying this cause is more important to me than going to Orlando and sitting on a bench while I'm injured.
And in terms of the health and safety purposes, Orlando has seen an increase recently or a spike in coronavirus cases. Now, local officials say they're not quite concerned yet, but they're monitoring the numbers closely. I saw an article that came out today that said in one of the counties in that area, hospital bed usage is up to as high as 80%. So this is a problem that is starting to creep back up in Florida potentially as well, so it is smart to keep an eye on that. But Austin Rivers made a fantastic point, or released just a fantastic comment in terms of what players could do if they want to support the Black Lives Matter movement or they want to support the nurses and people on the front lines fighting the coronavirus in terms of using their salary that they would earn from this NBA playoff scenario and donate and highlight these specific causes that they're finding important. And he obviously said not all players would be in a position to be able to do that with their salaries, but he said that would be a positive way to go about this potentially.
Yeah, I mean Garrett Temple, one of Kyrie's teammates, said that something very similar. I don't have the exact quote in front of me, but basically said like, you being on national TV every day is a great way to get your message out. Um, and I agree with that. Like, there's I agree with all. Everyone's gonna have slightly different opinions on this, but I think if Kyrie believes like him protesting in New Jersey or New York City is more important than him sitting at the bench in Orlando, that's great. Like I'm glad he feels that way. If Austin Rivers feels like the best way for me to help is to donate the money, great. I hope Kyrie donates some money too. But like people are trying to do the right thing. I think they're voicing their concerns, and this was always going to happen. Like it wasn't going to be like smooth sailing, but I still think the NBA is more or less on the fast track here.
The highlighting of the issues, what you just said, reminds me of after Eric Garner's death, when the NBA wore the I Can't Breathe shirts. It elevated the platform in a sense. I mean, it got Laura Ingraham on Fox News to say shut up and dribble. It brought a lot of attention to the issues, positive or negative in a sense. But I actually found this very interesting. Patrick Beverly had a very simple take on what's going to happen with the NBA. He basically said, if LeBron James plays, we're all going to go down there and play.
I mean, I don't know. Like, good, that's a funny quote. I don't know if that's really true, but like, one of his teammates, Dwight Howard's kind of on Kyrie's side, so we'll see
Hmm.
how it plays out.